Good morning all. Today I'm going to have a first look at ThruNite's MINI TN30 torch. So let's do the unboxing. And inside we've got a user manual. We've got the torch itself in its little pouch. And then there's a few other bits and bobs in here. We've got some O-rings, replacement switch cap. Yep, I think that's it. Now, also supplied is ThruNite's MCC4 cell charger. So let's peel the cover off that. That comes with a mains lead. This is a Euro one, so I won't be using that. Also a 12 volt cigar lighter lead, but I'm actually going to plug this into my solar power system right now and get these cells, which were also supplied, charging up. Right, this charger has a small size power connector for 12 volts, so I'm going to use this 2.1mm to whatever small size is adapter. So let's plug that into my 12 volt supply, and on comes the charger. Okay, let's get some cells in there. So while those cells are charging, they seem like they're quite a low voltage at 3.7 volts. Let's have a quick look at the product guide. So the MINI TN30 is more than a special version for die-hard fans of the TN30. So it looks like this is a replacement model for the previous TN30 model. This is the mini version. It has a brand new UI designed ergonomically for easier one-handed operation, a compact body similar to the size of a 350 milliliter cola can. Ooh, let's go and get a 330 milliliter cola can. So here's a 330 milliliter can of Pepsi Max. I'll compare that size for size in just a moment. And it says an updated electronic system for better performance. For those who are looking for a portable 3000 lumen LED flashlight, MINI TN30 is the best choice. Okay, let's take a look. So now let's do an unbagging and take it out of its little pouch. Wow, that's quite a torch. So there it is, the MINI TN30. We have a switch there, which I guess is the mode switch. Is there a switch on the bottom? No. So that might be mode and power. We'll have a look at that in a moment. Let's see if I can get the base off. No, that's probably not the right way to do it. Ah, that seems to unscrew there. Actually, I should do this size comparison really, shouldn't I? There. 330 milliliter can of Pepsi Max and the MINI TN30. So inside we have the torch head with its switch. There you can see the 3 Cree LEDs. I'll have a look at the spec of those in a moment. Now in the base piece, which is just really a cup shaped receptacle, we've got the cell carrier. Now this uses 4 cells and they're all in series. So at full charge we've got 4 lots of 4 volts, about 16 volts, and then that will drop to 4 lots of 3.7 volts as they drop down, which is what, 14.8 I think it is. Okay, some specification. We have 3 Cree XML2 LEDs, lifespan of 20 plus years. It runs on 4 18650 cells. Now these are protected cells. 3200 milliamp hour are the ones supplied. Working voltage is anywhere from 10.5 to 17 volts. We've got temperature ranges. Output mode runtime, strobe 3200 lumens for 234 minutes. Turbo is also 3200 lumens for 120 minutes, and then there's a various ranges of brightnesses: high, medium, low, and now this one's called Moonlight. They also call it Firefly in other places. 0.4 lumens for 98 days. Candelas, distance, impact resistance, waterproof to IPX8. There's the weight, and there are the dimensions. Now, in order to get these cells into the carrier so that they're all in series, you have to put them opposite ways round. So this one is pos this end, neg that end. This one is neg this end, pos that end. But once you've got all the cells in, this thing is completely bidirectional by the look of it. And in fact, I've just checked the manual and it is. So you can put either end of this into the bottom part of the torch and then screw the cap on. Now there is only one switch, so operation is slightly different from what I'm used to, but it says long press and you go into firefly mode or moonlight mode. So if I do a long press and point it directly at the camera, we shouldn't have any trouble. Long press. And there it is in firefly mode. Let's take a closer look at those LEDs. Well, you can see the two wires that connect to the LED die. Also, you can see quite clearly the orange peel surface of the reflectors. Now, with the naked eye, I can see a sort of matrix pattern actually in that LED, but the camera, unfortunately, can't resolve that. But there are the three LEDs. Now, the manual says when the light is on, if you do a long press, you go through the three brightness levels, low, medium, and high. Now, I only seem to be getting two. Oh, wait a minute. That's low. That's medium. Ah, maybe you have to hold it and it auto cycles around them. Yes, that is indeed how you do it. Low, medium, high. And then you just let go on the brightness level you want. You then switch off. And then when you switch back on, it remembers where it was. So if I long press for low, I can switch off and switch on, and it comes back in low. For Firefly, it's slightly different. You switch it off, you long press it on, and it comes on in Firefly mode. And then for turbo brightness, so I won't point this directly at the camera, in any mode, so I'm in Firefly, you double click. That's turbo. Now, strobe warning, double click again, and it goes into strobe mode. Now, the on-off switch here has a faint blue glow. There's obviously a blue LED in there. It's quite dim, but it would be useful for finding the on-off switch in situations where it's very dark. So let's just go through those modes again. A long press brings on Firefly mode. Press to switch it off. A short press brings on the last mode out of low, medium, and high that you had selected. If you hold it down now, it will cycle through all three. Low, medium, high. Low, medium, high. And then a double click. Let's just go back to low. And then a double click puts it in turbo mode. And strobe warning, another double click, puts it in strobe mode. So here's a quick side-by-side comparison of the MINI TN30 and the TN12, also a ThruNite torch. Now the TN12 takes two 18650 cells, one on top of the other, so it's slightly longer than the TN30. This is about 1000 lumens. The TN30 takes those four 18650 cells all side by side in that carrier, so it's a much fatter torch, but it's capable of outputting 3000 lumens. So here's a side-by-side comparison of the brightness of the beams. Of course, it's completely meaningless if you do this during the day, but this is the 1050 lumens maximum output from the TN12, and this is the 3000 lumens maximum output from the TN30. So that's a brief first look at ThruNite's MINI TN30 4-cell flashlight, 3 Cree LEDs. So here's the MINI TN30 on ThruNite's own website, $109.95, free shipping. And here it is on Amazon.com, also $109.95, free shipping.